A quiet dream walks through towering doors. She didn't have much. Not designer shoes, not an Ivy League resume, not a family name etched on the office walls. But she had hope. The girl stepped into the corporate tower, unnoticed at first, wearing a thrifted jacket and shoes that had seen better days. She was the janitor's daughter, walking into a world that was never meant to welcome her. She came not for a job, but for a chance. A moment where someone might see her for who she truly was. Sneers, whispers, and the sharp cut of prejudice. The laughter started quickly. An intern smirked. Another whispered behind a coffee cup. "Lost?" someone asked with mock concern. A receptionist blinked at her badgeless entrance. Her clothes were cheap, her confidence unwelcome. And when she introduced herself by name, an ethnic name, an unfamiliar one, they laughed even harder. She was different. And in this building, different didn't belong. A childhood, hidden behind cleaning carts. They didn't know the full story. Years ago, she used to wait in those very hallways while her father cleaned the floors. Her tiny fingers flipped through programming books left in break rooms. While others played games, she solved equations. While they climbed ladders, she studied systems from the shadows. Her mind had been shaped by late nights, silent curiosity, and a hunger to prove herself. The meeting that no one could fix. Inside the boardroom, tension crackled. The CEO had gathered his brightest minds for a high-stakes emergency. A critical algorithm was malfunctioning, jeopardizing a multi-million-dollar contract. The company's top engineers argued in circles. Time was slipping through their fingers. Just outside the door, the janitor's daughter overheard everything and knew she could solve it. A voice from the back of the room. She stepped in quietly. The murmurs turned to disbelief. "You again?" someone scoffed. Security inched closer, but the CEO raised a hand, intrigued by the girl's quiet confidence. "Go on," he said, expecting entertainment more than insight. She nodded, walked to the board, and picked up the marker. Her hands were steady now. Her mind had waited for this moment. Lines of genius, written in real time. In just minutes, she outlined the flaw, restructured the logic, and provided a cleaner, faster solution. The room went silent. The lead engineer's mouth hung open. The junior developer slowly stood, stunned. The algorithm that no one could fix. The million-dollar problem that had stalled an entire department. She had solved it with the calm of someone who had lived in code, not just studied it. The CEO's realization. The CEO stood. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice quiet, no longer condescending. She met his eyes and said simply, "I'm the janitor's daughter." The sentence hung in the air, heavier than anything else spoken that day. In that moment, the entire room saw her differently. Not as a trespasser or a fluke, but as someone who belonged there more than anyone. The offer that changed everything. He didn't hesitate. "Would you join us? Officially?" She blinked, unsure if it was real. An offer, a position, an open door. Around the room, those who once whispered were now watching with quiet awe. Her father, down the hall, mopped the same floor he had for years, unaware that his daughter had just rewritten both their stories in a single meeting. From janitor's daughter to department leader, weeks passed. She joined as a junior developer. Months later, she led the team. Her knowledge wasn't textbook. It was real, raw, earned in silence. Her leadership didn't echo the voices of privilege. It radiated empathy, grit, and intelligence. She became the company's greatest secret weapon. And every time someone asked her where she came from, she smiled. She never forgot She visited her father's cleaning closet often, not to remember the past, but to honor it. "You taught me how to work," she once told him, "even when no one saw me." Now, people did see her, but more importantly, she made sure no one like her ever went unseen again. She started a mentorship program to support others from humble beginnings, so their first steps in the building would be different than hers. The final word: don't let them define you. To everyone watching this who feels overlooked, unheard, or uninvited, remember her story. The world may laugh at your clothes or mock your name. They may say you don't belong. But belonging isn't given by others. It's claimed by you. And if you keep walking forward, even in silence, your moment will come. And when it does, the world will listen. Closing. Bike Brand Pro Message. At Bike Brand Pro, we believe the strongest minds aren't always born from privilege. They're shaped by persistence. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs hope. And remember, your past is not your limit. It's your launch pad.